welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Stage 1, Tanks It Is, of Hatila 22. Now, what is Hatila 22? Doesn't sound very American, and it's not. It is actually kind of the big culminating match, or the big match of the SRA series of shooting over in Finland. SRA is Finnish Reservist Training, and it's a shooting sport developed around training of reservists over there. And one of the rules of SRA is that all the stages have to have a scenario around them that relates to a real military situation. And in this one, that's exactly what you got. You started off by pulling a sled that has 3 anti-tank mines on it across the road, obviously blocking the road, very important military mission. And once you've got the mines across the road to the required position, you retrieve your rifle and then you dash to the first bunker. Again, another real-world military mission, manning your position against enemy trying to flank you. From there, you move to another bunker position, engage some more targets, and then you move to a third position through a very small firing port where you have to cant your rifle to get through, kind of like on a VTAC barricade, engage 4 more targets, and then you advance forward to your final position, simulating counterattacking your enemy, and you engage 4 more targets. Now, the cool things about the targets on this stage was in your first engagement at the first bunker and your last engagement on your counterattack, you're engaging what's called a Yasta target. I'd never heard of this before till I got to Finland, but basically it's a remote control target, kind of like our Ivan targets for those of you who've trained in U.S. military ranges. They are reactive targets. You hit them, they go down, and then the controller can reset them. Cool thing about the Yasta targets is they're wireless. Some person has a wireless control, they can reset the targets that way instead of being hardwired into the ground, as we're used to seeing on U.S. military ranges, or at least those of you of my age and training of the 80s and 90s.
Ampuja valmis! Huomio!
The scenario was awesome. The real-world training benefit was definitely there. You're shooting on actual terrain, not a square range, so that was the nice thing. Yes, we were in a military training range. This wasn't one of the designated training ranges per se. It was just in the range area, so it was available for use according to the Armor Brigade. And it's super cool that they would make an area like that available for realistic training. You got the real road to block. You didn't have to say, oh, here's lines painted on the ground. No, here's a road, block it. We got to build a bunker, and I know it was a built bunker because on that stage I helped the Verostelika crew run that stage during the main match, and the bloke and I built that first bunker. And it was a blast to do so. It was rock solid, and it presented what we felt a really real-world scenario that you would encounter, because we were using real logs, building real bullet stop. Had reactive targets out there to react to, which just, oh man, that really made it go good. And you also had some paper targets out there where your hits got measured, because the reactive target, up or down, it's hit or didn't hit. The paper target, that tells you how well you were or were not aiming. And they were placed at all kinds of weird angles. It's kind of hard to see in the video as you watch, but you know, that determined where you hit. And you know, sometimes you're just aiming center mass, and center mass was actually getting you C-zone hits instead of A-zone because the targets were canted at an angle. All in all, a very challenging stage. Good stuff. All 8 stages of this match were just absolutely amazing. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Tune in tomorrow for stage 2, and we're going to work through a stage a day so you can get to appreciate this awesome match.